do have a presentation. We're going to receive some information and demonstration on the reporting application program.
Do I only have 3 minutes? Yeah. To be sure. Okay, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, San Bruno Responds is our new and improved, well, very improved, and very, very user-friendly online reporting service. It provides an easy method of submitting requests or reporting issues or concerns such as illegal dumping, graffiti, parks, or playground concerns. And the request can be submitted via our official city website or through our brand new mobile application. Once a request or issue is submitted, you can actually receive updates from city staff as they review, address, and resolve the issue or request. But you have to sign up for an account in order to receive these updates and notifications. So now we will have a live demonstration, and I repeat, live demonstration of the mobile version of San Bruno Responds. So any technical glitches, we really can't do anything about. We're just computer guys. So bear with us. We'll try to work through it. So the free mobile application can be downloaded from Google Play or the Apple Store, as you see here. For our demo, we've already downloaded and installed the application. Here you see our home screen, which has 3 main actions, or we call them 3 widgets. You can submit a request, you can view recent requests, or you can link back to the city's official website. The bottom widget you'll see, and it depends on your screen size. If your screen is smaller, you may not see those bottom widgets. You may have to click the a button on the upper left. But you can return to home. You can view nearby requests. You can submit a request by clicking the plus sign. You can view notifications or updates to your requests, or you can access your profile. The last 2, you must have created an account to use those 2 actions. So submitting a request is pretty simple. Clicking Submit a Request takes you to our request types. At the moment, we have 9 different request types and another 15 in the hopper, which should be available within about 2 weeks. If we choose, say, illegal dumping, the map will open. That pulsing blue dot is your current location. You must be sure to have your location services turned on your device. The orange pin would be the location of the request or the issue. You can enter an address manually if you know it in the address window in the upper left, or you can use you can move the mouse or move the map, to a location. Note that the orange pin does not move. And it's always easier to zoom in on the map. You'll get greater detail that way, and you can zoom in on a specific location or address. So again, the orange pin's resting position will determine the request or issue location. And the chosen address will automatically appear in the address window. So for our example, we use the San Bruno City Park. Now, you may add, I forgot to say, if you are using an Android device, some of the features, some of the commands might be slightly different. We noticed that by playing around with the application on different devices. So once you have the correct location, click Next in the upper right-hand corner. And again, if you have an Android device, it won't say Next, it'll be a check mark. Now you may add an optional photo and a mandatory or required description. We will put in test for the description for our demo. So similar to our website, we have additional information. We try to provide an alternate method or two to report issues or concerns to the city. So Paul will slowly scroll through the different information that we provide. Okay, next, you have the option to submit the request publicly or private. If it's toggled on, green, which is our default, the issue will be visible to everyone and San Bruno staff. If you toggle that off, that request will be visible only to you and San Bruno staff. So this is the task. We'll make it private. Next, submit request. Now you can log in. You can log in using a Facebook account. You can complete the username, email, and password fields to create a new account. You can sign in using your existing account if you've created one, or you can skip logging in and submit the request anonymously. If you skip, you will not receive the status notifications. So we will skip logging in for this demo. And you will receive your confirmation notice, and you are done. Very simple to submit a request. Okay, our second widget, the View Recent Requests. In our default view, I'm sorry, Paul, I'm moving a little bit fast. In default view, the requests will be sorted by when they were submitted. If you tap a request, it allows you to view the status and the progress made towards completing or resolving that request. We're logging into one request for a sidewalk issue. And you can see towards the middle of the screen, you'll have submitted, received, in progress, or completed. In Map View, which is our second icon on the screen, you have a graphical view of the request submitted to the city. Again, you'll have to zoom in slightly to see all the different pins we have there. Each color pin on the map represents a different stage in the request life cycle. Red or orange would be submitted. Yellow is received by city staff. One thing that we can do on this app, the staff has the ability to group requests. One example would be a resident posted maybe 9 potholes in one day in basically the same area. So we received and grouped these requests into one request internally. So now we respond to one request, thus we decrease staff resources to address that issue. It's a nice feature that we have here. Next, you'll have a yellow pin, and that's received by staff. I'm sorry, blue, in progress. And the different request types that we have may have a different resolution or time frame to complete. An example would be illegal dumping, with an estimated 2 days to resolve, or a tree-related issue might be 21 days. So each request has a different time span or completion date that we try our best to resolve much sooner than that, but that's a general timeline, and things are adjusted as we go along. And finally, our green pin, that's a completed request. And in order to see a completed request, you have to turn on Show Completed Requests in the Filters menu, which I'll show you in just a second. So the third icon, which is the photos, it will show you all photos taken with different requests. If you tap on one of the one of the photos, it will open up that associated request. And that really helps staff in identifying exactly what the issue or concern might be. So last, tapping on the filters, the word filters in the upper right, it allows you to refine your search results. And again, I mentioned you can refine it by open or closed request, the request type, request date range, or you can view only your requests. Again, if you have an account and you've created a few requests, you can see only your requests. So it's as simple as that. And behind the scenes, or the back end, the reporting tools that we have now with this new improved service or application, it allows improved tracking of the city maintenance efforts and provides much better visibility into the areas of the city that might require additional focus. So it's, again, very simple to use. We've gotten quite a bit of activity on it so far since our first request came in May 24th, and now we have 178 requests that the city is actively working on, or quite a few have been completed. So that concludes our live, very short demo, and we'll be happy to take any questions if you have them.
Good. Very nice, Eric. Any questions for Eric?
Through
Marty?
the chair.
I think it's great. I'd like to thank the staff for everything and the council for getting this going. Are there limits on the number of postings you could put on the app?
Are you referring to the number of pins?
20 a day, 3 a day, 5 a day, 20 a week? Is there any limit that a person could go out there and, just...
We've seen from past experience there is no limit, but there is a limit on number of pins that can show on the map for a certain time period. Again, I don't know if limiting would be good for us because we want to see what's out there, as you know. So, the number that we have per day is not a factor. We are like any other city. We monitor, and we want to be sure that's not being abused.
Right. And for the public, if there, of course, when it first started and there was a lot of postings, and it takes the time for staff to address all of them. So there was a couple little bumps along the way, but I think things are moving along.
Yeah, the staff, they were all troopers. There were a few bumps. We were getting used to the application, just getting all the flow right, the workflow. And sometimes requests come in that are miscategorized. We're developing a procedure or process to make sure it gets to the right person called a handoff. So again, staff was really, really great troopers. They were excited about it. And it's been fun. It's been challenging, but we know it's going to be such a great service to the city.
Irene?
Thank you. Thank you too, Eric. It is exciting. I have a couple of questions. One, does it show, and if it does, I didn't see it, does it show when you submit something what the optimum time is to have it resolved? Like you said, something was 2 days and something else was 21 days. So if you submit that kind of problem, does it say there, this can take up to 21 days to resolve?
Great question. At this time, it does not. There's a lot of description fields where we're going to be adding different information. And we're also kind of gauging how long an actual task will take. But that is something that's a priority to make sure the public is aware or the citizens are aware how long a request or concern or request should take.
Okay, so eventually you're saying that people will be able to see how long that potentially could take to resolve something.
That's correct.
Okay, and then oh shoot, okay. I forgot what the other thing was. Oh, the other, also I'd like to remind people, and I've noticed since the weather's getting better, there's a lot more garage sales out there. And I'd like to remind people, and I know Eric sometime in the near future is going to do another demo, that we have the ability, people have the ability to put their garage sales on our website, and you and citizens can look on our website to find out where there are garage sales. And it shows the map, it shows the address, people can put information in there. So what we're trying to do is keep those signs down that cause some blight around where we are, or people that leave them up for 2 weeks and they get really messy. So, I know, the other thing was sometimes people post things that they think are illegal and they are not illegal. Do we have a filtering mechanism to let people know that, yes, you may not like this, but it is not illegal to do, that kind of thing?
Yeah, each request that comes in is actually handled by a staff person. There's no automated procedure for that. So it's evaluated on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, and then the person submitting it, how do they know that that what they submitted was not legal? I mean, was not illegal to do?
Well, that's one thing I mentioned in the demonstration. It's best to sign up for an account so you can receive notifications, because every step in the resolution process, the city staff member will write a note, and each time they write a note or comment, that notification goes to the individual who made the submission.
Okay, so to reiterate, that is a good thing.
Yes.
So just because we personally may not like something, it doesn't mean it's illegal to do it.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
Yeah,
Ken?
so just to clarify, so once the claim is taken care of, cleared, it gets taken off of the site?
It will be closed, and from your default view, when you view recent requests, you won't see it unless you go to filters and toggle that on, where the closed. You toggle that back on, and then you can see closed accounts, closed requests. But but the request will not be deleted.
Okay. My question for, because I did it for graffiti, and do we still have the graffiti hotline? And is there a redundancy there, or is that just get forwarded from the app to the graffiti?
Paul, can you go to the
same place?
graffiti request type?
Because in the past, I have the graffiti hotline on my phone, and you just call up and give the address on the recording.
Yeah, I believe the phone number is still there. We're trying to navigate. Here we are. Their phone number is still there.
Yeah. Okay. So there is some redundancy there. So
Right.
it'll get caught. Okay.
Right. We try our best to, again, provide as many methods to contact the city as possible, make it easier for everyone.
Thank you.
Okay. City Manager, you had something?
Yes, I wanted to respond to or elaborate on a couple of comments that council members made in just a few moments ago. Councilmember O'Connell indicated that we're encouraging people to use our online garage sale advertising method, and I would like both the council and the community to know that our upcoming issue of the Focus newsletter will include a little article about exactly that topic, and we'll give specific instructions about how to use our city website to post a garage sale notice as an opportunity for people to do exactly as the council member indicated, to avoid posting handmade signs around town. We hope that this tool will be an opportunity for people to both get better advertising of their garage sale and also avoid what can potentially become litter. And then secondly, on the couple of council member comments about volume of reports that are being entered into Acela and to the reporting app and in other means of delivering complaints or comments to the city. Mr. Jackson indicated that we do have an interest to make sure that we know what citizens are concerned about. The high volume that we're currently experiencing and that we may continue to experience, at least for a little bit of time with this wonderful new tool, does represent the possibility of a less timely response, given that we still have a capacity for response that even though we have a better tool now to receive complaints at the front end, dealing with them doesn't, we don't magically have a lot of different resources to be able to respond. And we are currently receiving a very high volume of reports. So we will be endeavoring over the next period of time to make sure that our entry into the notes, the responses, identifies that issue as well if it is relevant to any particular report that a normal time frame might need to be extended.
Okay, great. Rico?
I'll make it real quick. Mr. Jackson, just for clarification, when the item is closed and if they have if they're signed up, they will receive a notification that the item has been resolved?
They will receive a notification that it's been closed.
Okay.
Correct.
And then joining the rest of the council and the mayor, thank you for you and Paul and everybody's effort and staffs for getting this and working out the kinks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, very nice job, Eric, for you and staff. Great, thank you.